Hi and welcome to this video. So, two things, just something I've learned and something that may be useful for me and for that just God is teaching me. So, you see this plant right here, this one behind me. It's poisonous. Someone had told me the flowers are poisonous. Actually, it was my sister who told me the flowers are poisonous. But I wasn't too sure. So I usually touch it, I play with it, I play with this plant. Then today I looked it up and it's the whole thing. The whole thing is actually poisonous. The leaves, the buds, the roots are actually more toxic. And so I was like, what? And apparently, if you're very sensitive, if you touch it, your skin will start getting rashes. Clearly, my skin is not that sensitive. So avoid this plant. So how did I come to know of this knowledge? Well, for me personally, I used my camera, took a photo, took it to Google and checked. So someone must have done the research and put it out there. So similarly, the Bible is there to be our guide and we ought to be reading it. And here's a reason why. One, when you read the Bible, I know many of us are susceptible or to hearing words from others or even getting a dream or either hearing the Lord audibly, having visions. How would you know it's from the Lord? I guess one way is actually the only way you would know is it in line with His Word? And so if it is in line with His Word, you know it came from Him. But if it is contrary, then you would recognize that that is the voice of the enemy and you wouldn't follow it. And so today I was doing my Bible study, and I got to the part where I was reading about when the disciples were on a boat with Jesus and he had slept, and the storm was raging. And because of that storm, don't worry about the sounds, that's just the chicken walking around outside. During that storm, they were like, Master, don't you care if we die? They woke him up. And he woke up, told the storm, peace, be still. And I mean, that's so profound. Once I thought about it, like whichever storm we're going through, the Master at any moment could just say, peace, be still, and the storm would be over. Now, how would we behave differently if we knew that at a moment's notice, God would say, peace, be still, and whatever we are facing in our lives would be over in an instant? Now, I'm not talking about even material things or desires or anything like that. I'm talking about the assurance and the peace that comes from knowing that the Master at any second could say, peace, be still. And so we don't really have to run around performing, acting, trying to solve, trying to learn new ways to do things and to get over that challenge. Like just knowing at any moment He could say, peace, be still. And He's saying that to your storm, whatever storm you're going through. I know we have so many things that you can be undergoing: relationship problems, health issues, debt, financial problems, mourning the death of a loved one, adjusting to a new way of life, either through broken relationships. There are so many. I've not mentioned all. Okay, suffering with addiction, suffering rejection from people due to addiction, so many, right? But if we had that peace, that assurance that at any moment the master could turn this around, like I'm in his hands, he sees me, he sees where I am, and so I don't have to get worried about what people think or what people say. I know he has it, right? It's like getting into the car with a driver there, and if you trust the driver, you'll lean back and enjoy the ride. However, if you don't, you might even take the steering wheel, start driving even from your passenger side, and then I'd ultimately tell the driver, you know what, stop, I'm driving. And you're taking the master out of the seat, and really, what do you know about the car or the journey that is so much greater? But when we have complete trust in the driver, where it could be a road we've traveled before and we know how it should go, but if he's taking us on a new route, we'll be content. And so those are my basically what I got from that. One, read your Bible, trust the master, and at any moment you'll hear the words, peace, be still. You won't even need to hear it. You look around you, and the 10-foot wave, I've never seen a 10-foot wave. The 10-foot wave will just be calm. Yeah, and you needn't panic. The enemy loves to get you to panic, and then to get you to question whether God can handle it. Don't fall for his schemes, right? So as I come to the end of this, leave you with those words: peace, be still.